I was born for this. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I can shine like this, to grind like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit, she was ready to go. She was ready. But 327 is first. And now this time, instead of them walking around individually, which I like, they have the guards walking around too. That was good. They should have did that the first time, because if you're doing the game, I love you, but maybe you heard them walking around and stuff like that when they was put in the box. Like season one, you could use your ears as a sense too and see where they're going to land, and you can know the vicinity of them, and then you can break it down a little bit. But they had the guards walking around, so that was out of the question. 27 is first, and the 327 picks 110 because that's who she has the least connection with. I don't think that was the smartest move, but hey, do what you do. So blindfolds off, and so 110 thinks it's Chris or Perla. Perla says she thinks it's 327. She's right. And 110 keeps thinking it's 72 or 318, 72 or 318. Well, 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 we have made it to the final five. Not three, five. A lot of players, man. A lot of players got unlucky this time around. That's all I'm going to say, man. Very unlucky. The order of these games, of that's being played, that's who's being picked for these games, got me scratching my head a little bit. It got me wondering, like, man, what's the process behind this? There's a lot of things they don't show us too, which I don't think adds anything to the show. Why are you not showing us things? Why are you not being transparent with the viewers and exactly what is going down? This isn't a mystery, cinematic, scripted plot. This is a reality TV show, and we deserve to know what's going on. So, I don't know where that's been lost in the plot, but somebody definitely needs to get it back. Welcome back to the DeAndre Way, the Squid Game aftermath, well, the Squid Game recap show. Episode 7 and 8 is in the building. You already know what time it is, y'all. We are going through the Squid Game Season 2, The Challenge, Episode 7 and 8. And these two episodes were interesting. We got all the way down to 5 players, y'all. The season's almost over. It came and went so quickly, and I'm glad it's not during the holiday season. We finishing this up right before Thanksgiving, thank the Lord. And good news, your brother gonna be at that finale. Now look, I went to the Philly reunion, whatever you want to call it. Y'all, there's no way I could have talked to people on camera and asked them all these things, because everyone was there just to have a good time. Everyone was there just to kick back, enjoy themselves, celebrate the season, and round out this process and just have a good time. I wasn't there to interview people, do work, all these things like that. I got a little lit myself. But just so you know, the Philly event was lit. If you don't know, check out the Squid Game people's Instagrams. It was on and popping. Good to see everyone's faces too. A lot of season 1 people as well. Mai was there, the winner. Top 3 was there. A few other friends of mine were there from season 1. And I had a great time. A little too good of a time. And now we on to the finale Tuesday, which your boy will be in the building. Y'all know I'm going to be inside. Tell me, if you want me to give you a recap on what happened at the finale, like in the building, I'll do a separate video for that. So just let me know. Anyways, I'm about that motion. So anyways, we going to start off with episode 7, Trust. The girl and the daughter gets to the slot. The daughter, 369, she gets to the ladder, and the sister, she gets to the ladder as well. They're on a team together. They both go down the ladder, or the slide, sorry, and it finds out that 369, the daughter, is out, and our sister girl survives. And 183, the bald man, I think red team, he didn't care at all. He's like, look, so be it, so what? And I agree with him in this take, man. I mean, if you if you hit me once, I'm gonna hit back. You can't expect to throw jabs and not to get them expected to throw back at you. Now, the girls, they should have maybe thought a little more strategically in giving that disadvantage what they had to a less team that with less of a. I mean, look, I ain't gonna say it was a bad move. It was just, you can't expect for somebody to get you back. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, she's acting surprised and sad and all these things, and he's like, doesn't care. I wouldn't care either, because if you come for me, I'm gonna come back. You coming for his family, you coming for his friends and whatnot, he's gonna come right back at you. So don't throw stones if you don't expect to get stones thrown back at you. And he's in it to win it. He said he doesn't know why she's crying so much. It's just a game. Well, it's her friend, and she lost an ally, but he's kind of right on this. She kind of needs to pick herself by up her bootstraps, Perla, and move on because he wasn't crying when his friend got sent out the door. Now you can't cry when your friend gets sent out the door. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. And he said there's no bad blood or beef, which I understand and I respect, man. I understand and I respect. And so the team closest to the top lands on the slide. I can't remember which team that is, but 383 and friends. And so 383 decides to slide down the slide first. She picks right, and she's still in. 451 lands on the last slide as well soon, and she's still in. A lot of this game is just landing on. They get a montage, landing, rolling dice, landing on slides, landing on ladders, landing on slides, rolling dice. This is just how the game's going. It's not the most like TV entertaining until someone gets to a slide or gets to a mystery box. That's just how this game is played. Kind of like Bat Warships to a degree, um, but less thrilling, I'd say. But yeah, now all the slides are figured out. Everyone has them all. So anytime you land on the slide, you know what time to get, you know which way to go down. And so Perla soon gets a card that sends a team back to the start, and she chooses pink team. Pink is pissed because she wanted to pick red. Red wasn't that far up, so sending them back would have just been real petty and just not gotten anything done for her. So Pink is pissed, 412 and 327. They're like, why'd you send us back? I'm like, because y'all was up the closest. You can't, people getting all in their feelings about this game. This is not, you can't, I get it. You're going to be mad. I'll be mad too. But it's like, what else do you expect them to do? Self-sabotage? Who's going to do that? So why are y'all getting uptight and running your mouths and murmuring things like 327 says, tell that to my, Perla says, I'm sorry. And she says, tell that to my son. Excuse me? Excuse me. Tell it to your son? Everybody got family in here, right? Everyone has a sick relative in here, right? Basically, eternally. We all have sick relatives. We all have people that are counting on us, but you want to throw a low blow like that? That was ugly. That was ugly. That was ugly, and that is it's not shocking coming from this lady. I was waiting for something to come out with something like this, and I'm surprised they aired that. Like that was vile because you're throwing things in people's faces, thinking that that's their responsibility, and that kind of reminds me of COVID a little bit. People were like, "Oh, you need to stay inside. My grandmother could get sick." Yada yada yada. Well, how is your neighbor supposed to be responsible for your grandma? Your grandmother got to be responsible for your grandmother. And as harsh as that sounds, that's just the truth and honest reality, y'all. Like, we can't expect to put others on our shoulders and their others' burdens on our shoulders and expect us to care for them the same way we care for them. I can't expect you to care about my sick dog as much as I do. I can't expect you to care about my business as much as I do. I can't expect you to care about my responsibilities as much as I do. So don't put your troubles onto me. Because I got enough stuff to worry about, let alone you. So her trying to put her son's guilt on Perla, I ain't like that at all, man. I ain't like that in the least bit. I was ugly and foul. And that's definitely some 1940s and 50s tactics, if you know what I mean. But anywho, so Green 302 can either take a slide down or lead a team to the finish line. 17 and 318, the blue team gets sent to the finish line, and they are in. They're in. That's a sucky card to get. I don't like that card. And so 7 teams are left and only 5 move on. Excuse me. Purple soon makes it makes it, and it's 409 and 110. Green 302 must choose a team to join them on the square up top, and they pick 702 Perla. Sister looking out for sister. I like that. They definitely had an agreement coming up on here, which is good. Unlike our season on season 1. Perla gets 2 and then goes back down the slide. It's just unlucky for her, man. It's just unlucky. It is not her day, man. She did not have her lucky charms. She did not get the gold at the end of the rainbow. She's getting sent back to go again and again. And so soon red 8183 makes it up and through. 302 soon gets a 6, and so 361 and 302 move on. Pink made it 327 and 412, and only one team is left. And they get through these teams pretty quickly. And so only blue, yellow, and red are left. Red is way behind. Red ain't making it. Like that was the team that was up top first. And I thought this girl that they were showing who didn't get no airtime was gonna make it, but she looking like Doomsday. Um, and so Pearl of 72 is back up top, and she rolls a 6 soon, finally, and she advances alone. And then the rest of people are eliminated 451, 383, and 378 eliminated. So we lost 5 people in this game, I believe. 5 or 6 people. Decent game. Decent game. Slides and ladders, he added a different effect. It's kind of like the jumping. Sorry, I said it was like battleships. It was warships. It was like the class bridge to a degree. It's a game of chance. I'd say this is more entertaining than I'd say not entertaining, less suspenseful than Glass Bridge because you don't know what's gonna happen. It's. I like this game to a degree because you can see exactly what's gonna happen. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's just slides and ladders. There's no rigging in this game, there's nothing like to question. There's nothing left to question. That's a better way to put it. And I like those games. Games like this, games like Warships, games like Dalgona, games like I don't even know what the other games, Marbles. They're not left up to discussion. You know who the winner is, and you know who the loser is. And that's what we need in Squid Game, man. I don't need you pressing a button when you're at Final Three and getting out and you don't know what's going down underneath this table. Like, I just don't need that, man. I just don't need it. I want to know what's the rules, how do you win, how do you lose, and is it plain, point, and obvious who wins and loses? This ain't WWE, okay? And so 1-8, they all get back, and 183 know he's in trouble. So Trinity's already back at the Circle of Trust game. He's chilling. We get a little quick sneak peek of him. So he's alive. And Kate 327 knows she was wrong for what she said to Perla. She knows she's wrong. So they make up, and it looks like all the brown people sticking together. Look like them all sticking together. 302, 318, and Trinity, who's not there. We need this, y'all. One of y'all gotta get the job done. There's too many of y'all to not get the job done. No offense to everybody else. But brothers and sisters don't usually win shows like this, if I'm being quite frank. They don't. We might win, like, I think there was a brother that won Survivor recently, but that's an anomaly. It just, at least brothers don't be winning. That's all I'm gonna say. So, I'm rooting for y'all, man. I'm rooting for y'all. Everybody else is cool too. I like 318, man. Or 118 or whatever his number. The bald white dude. I like him, man. Spread the little wealth around a little bit. You know what I mean? Spread the wealth around. I ain't got a horse in the race. But it's time, y'all. It's time. So Kate's words definitely pissed them all off because they said what I just said. She vilified them and used her son, as a battle tactic. And I don't think that was smart at all. She says her youngest son had a rare lung disease. So shouts out to her son, man. I'm sorry all that to your son, but you cannot weaponize your son. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous to weaponize people like that for your own, I guess, good in something. Because if you're gonna use that when you go shopping and something's too expensive, I can't get this. My son needs this. You're gonna make this price? Like, no, 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 no. We ain't doing all that. That's not how the world works, man. Unfortunately, that's unfortunately not how the world works. You can't weaponize things like that and expect to get your way. And if you do and it works, good job for you, I guess. But is it really about what's going on right there? Because after a while, it's starting to seem like it's more about you. Just saying. So there's only 10 players left, really 11. 318 and 183 both have German Shepherds. They're the only gutsy one left. Whatever. So it's funny, whose brother's getting his hair braided, 318, and the white lady's braiding his hair. Now look, there's 2 sisters in there. They can't braid your hair. What's going on? What's going on? Right when they wake up the next day, the game is about to start. And what is it? What is it? Circle of Trust. Now, look, I said this earlier about these repeated games when it comes to marbles. When it comes to Circle of Trust, we get these repeated games, y'all. That's fine to a degree. Circle of Trust was cool the first time, man. It was cool. Dragged on a little bit, but it was cool. Felt like I was watching, NCIS. But I just need a little bit of parity in these games, man. You can't have these games and people be able to practice and go into them and master them like that. That makes it too easy. This ain't Survivor, man. This is Squid Game. And if you're gonna switch the games up, at least follow the games that they did in the show to a degree. You know? I mean, I can't remember. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna look up the games they played in Squid Game 2 because some of the games just aren't matching up. So let's see. They played Red Light, Green Light, Six-Legged Pentathlon, Mingle, Marbles, Bread and Lottery. What? Is that all the games they played? Russian Roulette. Yeah, they played Russian Roulette. Let's see. Hold on. They played X's and O. Oh, they played the friend or foe, the X or O, friend or fight, the bathroom, the whole you pick the X and the O, and then the X has got to kill the O's. That's kind of like tag or something like that. Game would have been dope to see. Because the girl broke her ankle, they was killing each other and whatnot. That game would have been lit, and they could definitely have altered that game to a degree of some sort. Maybe make like like a maze and whatnot, and just I don't know. You could have done something like that, Coach. I think that would have been dope. Instead of we getting the same games again. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, stop doing the same games. Anywho, we get in there, and everyone sees Trinity. They're like, "Oh, he's alive! He's alive!" So there's really 11 people left. Congratulations to the 11. Everyone sits down, they blindfolded, and the game is they get tapped on the shoulder, they remove it. The player that's tapped must pick someone to put the box on their table, and that person whose table the box is on, they must guess who put the box on their table. Now, ain't no my this time, man. Ain't no my. So we'll see what's going down, because she was clocking him. But yes, the 302 says this is her game. She is a cop. So she's ready. She was like, I was born for this. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I can shine like this, to grind like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit, she was ready to go. She was ready. And so I was ready to see. But 327 is first. And now this time, instead of them walking around individually, which I like, they have the guards walking around too. I like that. That was good. They should have did that the first time, because if you're doing the game, I love you, but maybe you heard them walking around and stuff like that when they was put in the box. Like season 1, you could use your ears as a sense too, and see where they're gonna land, and you can know the vicinity of them, and then you can break it down a little bit. But they had the guards walking around, so that was out of the question. And so 327 is first, and the 327 picks 110 because that's who she has the least connection with. I don't think that was the smartest move, but hey, do what you do. So blindfolds off, and so 110 thinks it's Chris or Perla. Perla says she thinks it's 327. She's right. And 110 keeps thinking it's 72 or 318. 72 or 318. I know it's one of you two. She picked Chris. 318 even says, you pick me, you're going home. He tells her that too. Now, obviously bluffing, but his brother said it with a lot of confidence. I know he ain't that good of an actor now. Come on now. Shout out 3182. I met him the other night. Good brother. And soon 110 picks 318 Chris, and they are eliminated. She gets shot and dies on the floor and just lays there. Now, they didn't do that in our season. I don't remember. They died like in the middle. They just got shot and they left the room. I remember them walking out though. I don't think they just laid there. They really emphasizing this laying on the ground tactics. And so it's time for the next round. And soon they hide it from us who picks up the box. We don't get to see that part, which I don't know why they're not showing us. Like, what is the benefit of not showing us? I don't get it. And soon the box is on 409's table. I'm going after all the white girls. What's going on? What's going on? They're like, look. They got Hallie out this time last time. They got Roland out. Who else they get out in season 1? They got Ashley out. And they got somebody else out. Can't remember. Oh, 18. Forget her name. British girl. But yeah, they getting all the white girls out. And this is time to expose. I'm like, what's going on, y'all? What is going on? So the box is on 409. 409 thinks it's 17 or 183. She outs him on the poker. She's like, he's a professional poker player. I'm like, dang, you got to out him like that? Like, why you got to do that? Which, it's time to out everything at this point. Your back's against the wall. And she picks 183, but it's a cliffhanger. But luckily, this is a 2-part episode, so we going right to episode 8, Faith. And the player is not 183. So 409 is out the game. Goodbye. It was 412 instead. White on white crime. What's going on in Squid Game, y'all? Snap. That's crazy. Anyways, next round. 183 is tapped next. He puts it on 361's desk because she seemed nervous in prior rounds. That's a good tactic. No, he's a poker player. He can sense fear, and if someone's nervous, they're not going to have a clear mind. It's going to be foggy, so you can kind of tell them whatever, and they're going to second guess themselves. Definitely crazy. And so 302 sees it written all on 183's face. She clocked it, man. She's like, it's definitely 183. It's definitely him. I can see it. And 361 is about to put it on someone else's desk. She's like, wait. And then, 361's like, what's up? She's like, I don't know. Just trust your gut. Just trust your gut. She's like, just tell me. She's like, I don't want to set you up. If you have an intuition, you got to tell your friends. And, it depends how good a friend you are. If you really going to put your friends' responsibilities on your shoulder like that. But it's crucial at times, man. It's crucial. And you got to stand 10 toes down. But that wasn't the correct answer. And 361 picks 412 when it was really 318. And she is out. She's out. 302 says 183 took out her girl. He's next in the monologue, not out loud. Next round, 318 has the box on his table. He's trying to make the person feel bad who picked him. He's trying to make the person feel bad who picked him. He talks about finding out he was becoming a dad and his grandmother's passing away. And he uses that to guilt trip folks. He uses that. And so 327 and 17 are his choices. He's grilling 327. 318 is our brother Chris, too, by the way. My bad. If I'm messing up the numbers, sorry. 183 and 318, I'm getting the numbers like convoluted. It's just similar numbers. But yes, 318 thinks it's 327 or 17. He's grilling 327, our brother with the braids, Chris. And so he thinks it's 327, and soon he's gone. 318's allowed. Back to back. Oh no, that's who I wanted. That was what I was rooting for too. So 412 picked him, I think. They're not showing us everything. I don't like how they're not showing me everything, man. How am I supposed to watch this episode and break it down if I don't even know what's going on behind the scenes? Like, what's going on, man? Tell me what's going on. I don't get it. And so I think 412 picked him. So the next round, the box is on 412. So 398 and 183 is who she thinks it is. That's her suspicion and whatnot. And she ends up picking 398, and he looks pretty guilty. I'm not gonna lie, our other brother, last ranger, the last ranger, man. Shout out the last ranger. And he's he's laughing about it, and yeah, it's he's laughing about it, and she admits, and he says hell no, but he admits that he's eliminated Faith very stupidly. Oh, sorry. I'm tripping. Yeah. Sorry. The game is over-ish. But yes, 418 is a limit. 412 is a limit. I'm messing up all over the place. It was 183, and he's laughing about it now that the game is over. He eliminated Faith. But he outed himself and told this to 302. 302 said, who did you eliminate? And he said it was Faith. So we had 4 people eliminated in that game. We got down to 6. 7, yeah. 11 minus 4 is 6. No, 5 people. We lost 5 people in that game. So we lost 5 people in the game, y'all. We lost 2 white girls at the beginning, 361, 361, 318, and we lost 412. We lost 5 people. And so the game's over. There's only 6 people left. And 183 knows 302 never liked him, and he says he's going to keep being true to himself. But, bro, why would you say and out yourself who you killed? That could come back and later and bite you. The game is not over yet. He's gloating before the finish line. He dropped the ball before he got the touchdown. What is going on? I think that's going to come back and haunt him. That's just not a good omen, man. Everybody who outs their business is getting out of themselves. And 302's been good because she ain't told nobody she's a cop yet, even her homies. That I was stupid. But the game is over. And soon 302's opening up a little bit more. But, he's upset he put her hands at it. Oh, yeah. 183 is upset that 302 put her hands like, and she's like, she did like that, but she was a distance away, and he's like, don't do that. That is disrespectful. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. That's like close your mouth. You don't talk to a grown man like that. I'm just saying, like, You can talk to your kids like that, but you can't talk to other adults like that. That was just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And so we meet 302 a little bit more. Deja, she grew up homeless. She graduated top 5% and then finished becoming a cop while in college. Thanks to her mother, she feels invincible. Shout out Deja, man. Just don't do this in people's faces, girl. Don't do it. But shout out Deja. I got to meet her the other night. She's real good people's, man. So 183 tells 327 that he won 6.5 million already. Dumb as hell. Why you outing on your business, brother? Are you that confident? He must be real confident. He must have. Look, if he wins this game, somebody was in his ear. Tell him like you got this. You can say whatever you want. We need some more clips for TV. We need some more stuff because we running out of stuff. So just start saying some things. What is going on, man? Why would you say this? Like what would transpire you to tell people you already a millionaire and to show that people are broke? Especially talking to the lady that her son, she really needs some money. So like, why would you tell her that? Because just recently you saw somebody say you saw 110, I think, whatever his number was, the other brother earlier rounds told these two girls like, "Hey, it's all me by myself. I'm not worried about y'all. I'm not helping nobody else." And they got him out right after saying that, outing his business. You're outing your business. Why are you doing that? Don't get it. Don't get it. Uh, so yeah, he told her that, and then they joked about. He's like, "Oh, split the money. We'll split the money." I ain't never heard a TV show ever say that like publicly. I know people have split the money on TV shows in the past. I do know that. But I've never heard him mention it on TV. I thought that was against the rules. I guess Netflix making their own rules now. Like you can split the money, you ain't gonna care to slide it under. Make sure you got a good wire, a good wire. In Trinity, we meet him. He's from Kansas City. Shout out KC Mo in the building. I love that, man. Y'all know the real ones. Y'all know where I'm from. I'm from Missouri. You know, Missouri. And the 816. Well, you can't see the tab, but it says 16, but 8 6 1 6. You get what I mean? Anyways, yes. So soon, the guards come out with the forms, with the uniforms. Sorry, the guards come out with these boxes, and everyone thinks the tuxedos are in, so they're freaking out. But there's only 5 of them coming out, and soon they announce what they're doing next, and it's shuffleboard, another lazy game in the dorms. I think to get it from 6 to 5. I don't know why they didn't just do another elimination in Circle of Trust. I don't think this game was that necessary. I just think it was kind of just whatever, like, hey, we'll do 6. No, let's do 5 type settings. Like they switched it last minute and went on an audible. Didn't really care for that, but it is what it is. And so they say get in teams of 2. There's 6 people left. Funnily enough, 302, 72, 398 get on one side, 183, 327, and 17 get on the other side. The black people and the white people split down the middle. Y'all, I thought that was hilarious. That was hilarious. And so, yeah, I mean, it's definitely race wars going on in the dorms, you know. They know what time it is, man. But that's dangerous because I'm like, oh, one person gonna get eliminated from each side. So there's only gonna be probably 4 left. That's what I was thinking. But they must pick their side because either they're gonna do that or one side is gonna win, the other side's gonna lose. So it was like all or nothing. So I guess that case you want to be with your peoples, but Squid Game always ain't always that obvious. But I definitely thought that was funny. I know y'all caught that. And so they're competing against their own groups, they said, and so they're playing shuffleboard and they must slide it closest to the pink line, but if it crosses the line, they will be out. They're eliminated automatically, but if whoever's furthest away is at risk for elimination. So they're competing against their own groups, so the black group goes first. 72 does first, she does good. Goes next and is in second. 398 does the worst. And so 398 is the loser in that round, our brother Trinity. Next, the white group goes. 183 is next, and he kills it. Like, he gets real close. 327 is next. She's second close. And 17 is next. Then she takes over 327. So now it's 398 versus 327. They have a standoff, a final elimination. And whoever loses this is out of the game. Eliminated. And obviously, there's only 5 tuxedos. Whoever wins is going on to get the tuxedo. That's obvious. So 327 is first, and she does all right. She gets it pretty far, but she knows she slid it a little short and left a lot of room for error. And so all the pressure's on. My brother's standing at the free throw line. It's 99-99. Actually, it's 98-99. Actually, they ain't at the free throw line. It's an out of bounds play. No timeouts. 1 shot left. You down by 1. He sets up. Catches it in the corner. Drills it. Buzzer beater. Boom! He makes it to the final round and defeats 327, and 327 gets popped and is out the game. There's only 5 left. Congratulations, 398. He clutched up. He got that Jordan gene in him from KC. That's what we do, man. We clutch up when our back's against the wall. And what do? We handle business. We handle business all the way. Final 5 now, y'all. Final 5. 183, 17, 72, 302, and 398. The final 5. Trinity says he won't have a job when he gets back because he didn't call this many sick days, bro. I understand, bro. Look, our job said you got 2 weeks off. That's it. He gone for a little more than 2 weeks now. He's like, look, I ain't got no job left, but I gotta win something. Y'all need to give me something. The job, hopefully give him his job back. Whatever job is, please give him his job back. Like, don't do the brother like that. He was gone for a purpose. And so they get the tuxedos, similar to the first season, except 3, there's 5. That's an interesting twist. There's more the merrier. And they soon walk out to the dinner table, and it is hinting that the last game is going to be red light, green light. That's what it hints us. Now, you're going to do red light, green light with 5 people? I don't think so. I think what they're going to do, what I hinted at in the trailer, was they're going to cut it down to maybe 4, maybe 3. And then the final 3, in my opinion, will do red light, green light to see who's the winner. Now, that game isn't the most fair for 3 people left because if it's a guy, he's going to probably finish sooner than the girl, like in red light, green light, because guys just, Mother Nature, like, going to be faster at moving and running. Like, that's just biology. I'm not trying to be, like, sexist or anything. That's just biology. So maybe it's red light, green light with a twist. Maybe if it's like red light, you got to take steps back, or yellow light, and then green light, you go for, I don't know. But yeah, but we'll see. That was just what we'll see what goes down. I don't know, but that was episode 7 and 8. It was all right episodes. It wasn't my favorite. To be honest, still episode 4 is the GOAT episode. Episode 4 is the best episode of this season as of now. We'll see what episode 9 brings. Disappointed there's not 10, but hey, that's just, I guess they on a budget more this time. And, they cut out a lot of games. I mean, we really only we had marbles. We had suits and ladders, slides and ladders. We had the mingle, and we had the 6-legged pentathlon. And is that all the games we had? We only had 4 games? Is that true? There's no way we only had 4 games. There's no way we only had 4 games. Hold on, y'all. We only played 4 games? The count is not a game, man. 6-legged pentathlon, mingle, catch. So we had 5 games. 6-legged pentathlon, 6. 6-legged pentathlon, mingle, catch, slides and ladders, marbles, circle of trust. I don't count that count as a game. That's not really like, you ain't doing nothing like that, man. Oh, I don't know. In the first season, we had red light, green light, Dalgona, glass bridge, battleship, marbles, circle of trust, and the jumping thing. So we had 7 games outside of the last game. So they down a game. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Well, y'all, let me know what you thought about episode 7 and 8. It was all right to me. It was a lot of drama, a lot of confessionals. We got to really, really learn about the players, but we didn't get to learn before. But who do you want to win? Who do you think's win? If I had to guess right now, if I had to put my money on it, I think 17 wins. I just think she wins, y'all. Like, she's giving me a winner edit. She's been quiet. She hasn't had much confessionals. Too many. We've been focused on Perla a lot. Deja this episode, the poker player, and Trinity a little bit. But I think 17, he's gonna come out. She's gonna come out, and she might take it, man. That's just who I think is gonna win. She's giving me winner vibes. Depending on what they wear at finale, then I'll really know. But yeah, 17. I think it's gonna be 17. And we'll see. But anywho, y'all, tell me who you think is going to win. I'm excited for the final episode. Let's get to it, y'all. We out here. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoying the interviews as well, because I know I am. Anyways, peace, blessings, deuces, and we out here.